Hello everybody, it's Waifu Selector, the only fair human on Earth, and I'm wondering, is 2024 the year that Xbox finally turns this generation around? Because obviously, for anyone paying attention, Xbox hasn't provided its fans with a whole lot of reasons to actually own their Xbox. I think that's fair enough to say. I mean, 2023 was probably their strongest year, and it wasn't even a very strong year. However, we've seen worse years for Xbox, and I could see some making the argument that 2023 was actually already the turnaround year. And while I don't necessarily agree, I can't poo-poo on that take completely. I mean, let's take a look back at the 2023 lineup. Most notably, we had Starfield, a good game but didn't really set the world on fire the way we'd hoped. But then there's also Hi-Fi Rush, which is just a straight dub for Xbox. Great reception and likely more notoriety than anticipated. Then there's Forza Motorsport, which while praised is mostly serving a very specific pocket of the gaming community, and as a result, it doesn't do a lot to enhance the general public perception of Xbox. Now those games are a fair lineup, but we can't ignore the absolute tire fire that was Redfall. One of the worst games of 2023, and it did a bit to bring down the Xbox mood. All in all, I feel like 2023 wasn't exactly the big turnaround year that Xbox wanted, but it could be seen as a sort of soft turnaround, kind of a prologue to the good year that 2024 can possibly provide. And you know, the thing about judging an Xbox year is I'm not judging it based on how many Xboxes they've sold in comparison to how many PlayStations Sony sold. Xbox outselling PlayStation console for console is entirely unlikely. So I'm only judging the Xbox year based on the games that do and don't come out, the popularity of those games, the reception of those games, the quality of those games. And Xbox has had fairly slim pickings this generation in terms of games, with 2021 pretty much hinging on Halo alone at a time where Halo is less relevant than it's ever been. And thanks to the long absence of Gears of War, the same might be able to be said about that franchise's popularity. Anyway, even with Xbox buying up all these studios, we've gotten more promises than video games. Although with the release of Starfield and Hi-Fi Rush, we do get to see some of those promises become tangible. But can 2024 be the year that they really get the ball rolling in a positive way, where they give us more of a reason to own an Xbox than you're a casual gamer and they have Game Pass, you know? In 2024, can they possibly put out system-selling content? Well, I don't know about all of that, but we can have some solid steps in the right direction. But even that is not guaranteed. As it stands right now, we don't know a ton of console exclusives that Xbox plans to release this year, but we do know a few. Although they are not slam dunk titles. These games have to show up, show out, and really deliver because they can go the other way, honestly. First up, we'll talk about Avowed. Avowed is a fantasy RPG by Obsidian Entertainment, who are basically trying to do their own Skyrim. Lofty ambitions in terms of success, not so much in terms of gameplay, not in 2024, as we saw with Starfield. And I'll be honest, a gameplay trailer for Avowed came out last year, and I didn't think it looked too good. It looked pretty bad. That, along with the fact that their last game, The Outer Worlds, barely broke even for me, and I'm a little bit worried about Avowed. But I'd like to reserve judgment and wait for Avowed to release, although it doesn't look very promising right now. Because best case scenario, Avowed just showcased itself poorly and or a little too early. Anyway, another 2024 game we've got coming on Xbox has been allegedly coming for a long time. Hellblade 2. We've been told that this game is coming every year probably since Jesus' crucifixion, and the game's still not here. So who's to say if it'll actually come out in 2024, but if it does, I think it has to be good. I think it needs to be irrefutably good. Everyone doesn't have to agree that it's the best game in the world, but the consensus has to be that it's good. Otherwise, I feel the damage to Xbox might be crucial. And I am worried about Hellblade because it's been pushed back so many times, and because we see so little every time they show it, its progress seems so incremental, and that may possibly be as a result of a scattered or struggling development. So I am a bit worried, but there's nothing to do but wait and see. Now, Xbox also has S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 coming out this year as a console exclusive, but I'm not very familiar with S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I really know nothing about it. I've never really seen gameplay of the first game or heard much about it. I don't know who the fans are or who this is aimed at. I just really have no idea what S.T.A.L.K.E.R is, pretty much. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not excited about it. I don't know what to be. So to my knowledge, or lack thereof, S.T.A.L.K.E.R can be one of those super popular banger hits that Xbox needs. But yeah, anyway, outside of those games, Avowed, Hellblade, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R, there are also Xbox 2024 games that may have yet to be announced. Xbox may have some things up its sleeve that we just aren't privy to yet. Maybe not on the level of a Hi-Fi Rush surprise drop, but games that may be announced a few months in advance. Possibly even the leaked Doom game, Doom Year 1, which was originally slated for the previous financial year according to the leak, but clearly that never happened. Maybe it's just a little bit off schedule and we'll see it in 2024. That honestly wouldn't shock me that much, but I don't know. Point is, Xbox is fighting a hard battle this year. They have been this entire generation. I know Game Pass is their future and Game Pass is super cool, but I do hope they turn some of their efforts toward having quality games on their platform in a more consistent manner. And well, we're in 2024 now, so over the next 12 months, I guess we'll find out just what they do. Anyway, that's all from me. Let me know what you guys think about all this, and I'd tell you to like and subscribe, but you're gonna do whatever you want. So until next time, I am Waifu I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and here's hoping for Xbox. Goodbye.